Welcome back once again, passive income investors. The market's going crazy. A lot of things have been going on. It's moving so fast right now. All right, this reminds me, Black Friday, a book I read a couple years ago, but it talks about the 2008 crash. And a lot of things are coming out after the crash. This really talks about all the corruptions going on in Wall Street. It's talked about, he was an analyst at one of the big brokers. He left. It was so bad. It was so much corruption was going on. Same thing, I think, may come, something that's bringing more things that'll come out of this. This is just the start right now. Everything going on with CV, the oil, it's stocks are, the stock market just shut down a few minutes ago. That's how, it's the second time this week it happened. I mean, that is really crazy right now. But just so you know, I want to get over a couple things, give you a couple little tips on what to expect, what's been going on, what I'm doing, what Warren Buffett thinks. That's a key one. What is Warren, one of the greatest investors, what does he think? What is he doing? All right. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Passive Income Tom bringing another show today. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm going to read this really quick, right to the point, and give you some news you want to hear about. Some, in my personal opinion, what my analytical ideas come out of this. I've been investing over 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing. I don't always make the right response to things, but I think I have a better idea what to do, what not to do. Right now, the S&P 500 is sitting at 2561. The Dow 30 is sitting at 27,670. The NASDAQ is sitting at 7,444. These are all a lot big drops over a month ago. Last month, we're sitting in a bull market. As of yesterday, we're sitting in a bear market. That's how things That's how things change so fast. It moves very quickly, very fast. I mean, if you sleep on it, if you're not paying attention, it'll wreck your portfolio. Well, it has. I'm pretty sure it's wrecked your portfolio already. Unless you're following Ray Dalio's portfolio, where he has a lot of bonds in there. He might be doing all right, but a lot of us, everyone else, we're hurting really bad. Even in the crypto market is feeling this effect as well. That's how crazy this thing is right now. Okay, before I get on the Buffett, how long does a bear market last? All right, so how long does a bear market last? A bear market is widely defined as a drop of 20% from its recent peak. Stocks dropped into correction mode and defined as a pullback of 10% as of late last month, as fears of the CV outbreak began to rise. On average, a bear market in the Dow lasts 206 days. 206 days. While the average bear market for the S&P 500 is 146 days. All right. So you're looking at least 5 to 8, about 7 months, give or take. I'm just rounding it off the top of my head. The Dow was 20% off from its February 12th record when it hit its peak, while the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ were down 19% off their February 19th peak as well. A lot of this may or may not be, but President Donald, he gave his little speech last night talking about what he's trying to do, trying to close down the borders from passengers coming from Europe back and forth. He's trying to restrict that from happening at all. I believe it's going to happen the next day or two. But that's how serious this is. The NCAA just shut out their games the rest of the year. I'm sorry, the NBA shut out the games the rest of the year. The NCAA for basketball, I think they may or not. I haven't really double checked, but they may be shutting down their games as well. I mean, a lot of things are just stopping, standstill. This is really going to have a bigger impact than what we're seeing now. A lot of people, want to buy these little stocks right now, but I honestly think stocks are going to go a lot further. All right. Okay, but actually, before I get into Buffett, I got one more thing. Sorry. The major investment brokerage companies, Fidelity, Vanguard, T. Rowe Price, they said about they have $9 trillion under management. And they said a lot of people were pushing their money out of fear, and they're pretty much shutting down their customers to stay the course. Stay what they're doing, keep investing, don't leave the market, keep your money in there, because you might have to wait to see the return happen again. It might take a year or two to see where you're at now, or see where you were at a month ago. And it may take even longer, depending on how far some of these stocks have fallen, because some of them have dropped like a rock. All right. But for Warren Buffett, just like the last time around, he said, buy American, I am. Buy American, I am. So I mentioned in one of the previous videos about avoid some of these Chinese stocks, because China's going to hit the hardest. They've shut down production, they've slowed down production on what's going on now, and they're feeling a bigger impact than the U.S. is here right now. So you've got to think they're going to take a little bit longer to recover from this and to get operations back going again. So you've got to really watch out where you're putting your money. Buffett said he believes in the American economy. He believes in its companies. He said you either stay in or you get out of the market. You can't be hanging on the sidelines. You got to be either in or out. Don't be one or the other. He always believes that the U.S. equities are going to outperform the market over the next decade, and by a substantial degree. And they have been. The market has been going on a roll since 2009. There's been very little dips, except for I think a little dip in December 2018. But other than that, the market's been it's going up like a skyrocket. And right now we're making a correction, which is what a lot of us have been waiting for. We've been waiting for this little correction. I mean, we didn't expect it to happen because of what's been going on, because of the illnesses, this epidemic. But you can't always compare the last correction to the next correction, because it's always going to be a lot different. It's going to be completely different. Another reason is going to cause the market to cause it to drop like that. You don't know what's going to set it off, but anything can just set it off, and you just got to be prepared. So if you're sitting in cash, good for you. If you're not, I hope you take this lesson, because you've got to learn when the market has been going up like this for like over 10 years, you got to think eventually there's going to be a correction. Maybe over 8 years. Even after 8 years, you got to think, the market's been going nonstop, going up higher, higher, higher. My money's been going higher and higher, higher. But you got to think there's going to be a correction. It's going to happen sooner or later. And it's like, I always compare the stock market to a roller coaster. What goes up must come down, only to go back up again. So it's like a roller coaster, okay? All right. But from Vanguard, they're pretty much saying that from the last week in February to the first week in March, the majority of households took their money and moved it into equities rather than fixed income. So a lot of people are still believing in the market to continue on. When I mean fixed income, they're not really putting their money in the bonds and the cash. They're keep investing in the equities. I encourage you to do that. I'm not a financial advisor, if you know, but keep investing in the stock market. Pick out the good companies and keep buying them. All right. Now I'm going to briefly talk about what Fidelity customers have been buying. Okay, Fidelity customers. There's a list of 25 stocks I'm going to go over. Stocks are different type of funds or accounts, so just listen in and pay attention. They've been buying Apple, Microsoft Corporation, Innova, which is INO, Innova Pharmaceuticals, Tesla. Yes, I sold Tesla, and I do plan to get back in again. But if you look, Tesla dropped again. They're in it was 560 when I checked, maybe about 10 minutes ago. SPY, Spider, S&P 500, Amazon, TQQQ, Photo Shares, Ultra Pro, Triple Q, XOM, ExxonMobil, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. One thing about oil, be careful, because oil could keep going further and further lower. So if you're going to buy some oil or oil stocks, invest some now, invest some next week, invest some the week after. What I'm saying is don't put all your money in at once, okay? Invest over a time frame, okay? Because you don't know when the bottom's going to happen. You don't know if today could be the bottom. You know if tomorrow could be the bottom. It could happen so another month from now, okay? You've got to be, time your investments. I know not everybody has running around with a whole lot of money, so you've got a time when you put your money in the market. So if you have $500, put it in $500 today, $500 next week, $100 in today, $100 in the next week, $100 in the week after, because in my opinion, the stock market is going to keep going down, okay? Same as oil stocks. Oil stocks are going to keep going down. cruise ships, I'm going to tell you, cruise ships, avoid cruise ships right now, okay? Cruise ships are feeling the brunt of all of this, okay? They're decimated. I mean, I've seen people talking about on Facebook, on YouTube, they're putting money in the cruise ships, putting money on Instagram, buying, hey, I'm buying this cruise ship today. Don't buy it today, okay? You gotta wait. This market's gonna be one of the longest ones to recover from all this, because they're probably canceling a lot of ships going on right now. I haven't really done my full analysis, but I'm just looking at the prices. I mean, the prices they look cheap, but they're having a big problem because people are getting quarantined. They're getting this disease on these ships. So this market is going to feel the brunt of it, because do you want to go on a cruise ship today or tomorrow? No, you probably don't. I don't either, okay? So you won't see me paying my money to go on a cruise ship. So you got to think of what would you, if you're a passenger on one of these ships, are you going to get on the cruise ship today? Or are you going to wait till all this is settled over? So these cruise ships are probably going to keep going down and down and down, and they're going to be, I honestly think they may have to get a bailout. You know, a lot of companies that are going through this, they may have to get a bailout from the government or for something, or rearrange the current loans they have now, because this is really going to hurt them a lot. Sorry if we get off on a tangent, but I just had to get that out before I forgot. Okay, back up. Sorry. AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. People are also buying Walt Disney, DIS, Velocity Shares, TVIX, AIM, Immunotech Incorporated, Triple Q, Invesco Triple Q Trust Series 1, iShares S&P 500, IVV, SpearX Incorporated, SPEX. I'm going to go off some of these tickers if you're not really familiar with them. Boeing, BA, Bank of America, BAC, BAC, NVIDIA Corporation, NVDA, JP Morgan, JPM, Vanguard S&P 500, VOO, Facebook, FB, Occidental Petroleum, OXY. This one, I believe they dropped their dividend. They lowered their dividend. I invested in this one, so this one hurts a little bit. This company, they made a restructuring. They bought another organization about a year ago. For the name slips my mind, but so they've had to lower their dividend so they can keep up everything what they're doing with the operation and still pay their current clients. Paying their investors right now. Pro Shares, Ultra Pro Short, Triple Q, SQQQ, GE, General Electric. Honestly, I would stay away from General Electric. I'm not a fan of them. There's also Ford, F, But hey, hedge fund manager Kyle Bass, he said, if you think it's bad now, wait a month. All right. He's a chief CIO, chief investment officer of Heyman Capital Management. He believes this too shall pass when it comes to Monday's deep sell-off. Like I said, this was a few days old, but I had some technical issues, so I had to reshoot this whole video again. But I think it's coming out better than what I did the first time, so it's probably good. I couldn't upload it for whatever reason. He's asking when he thinks the financial markets will see its peak because of the virus. He thinks it'll be 1 month from now, so give or take, about middle of April, give or take. On CNBC early Monday, he said, how long will this weakness last? He said that until the results of the first round of the widespread testing for the CV are tallied in the United States, he's remaining in a holding pattern, meaning he's not buying anything right now. He's waiting. He's waiting to see what's going to happen. So yes, he's kind of timing the market a little bit, and I am a little bit as well. I bought some a week or two ago, bought some oil stocks, but I really want to wait because I think his market's going to go a lot further than what we're seeing. Right now, we're only feeling the effects of the initial stage from the oil on Monday, a little bit now because of everything else from the virus and President Trump talking and all the other things. The disease is spreading rapidly here in the United States. I'm not trying to scare anybody. All right, I'm just trying to tell you the facts. I'm just telling you what's going on. Yes, it's happening, but as long as keep your hands clean, don't touch your face if you're feeling sick. Avoid people that are coughing. Cover your mouth if you're sneezing, coughing, whatever. You don't want to spread whatever you have to get somebody else sick. But basically saying he's not buying or selling. Instead, he's just watching one of the most interesting financial collapses that we've seen in the last 15 to 20 years. 2008 was, that's about 12 years from now. 12 years ago. So he's probably off on his numbers, but you know what he means. He said on the back end of this, there will be some amazing opportunities to buy. So yes, he's kind of trying to time the market. If you don't really follow the stock market a lot, just buy in increments, buy some this week, like I said, some next week and so on. But if you're really watching the market, you can really have a general idea. Think what is a good price number for the stock you're looking at? Is it $100 today, or is it $130, or is it $80? What is your price point? When do you think is a good time to buy one of these stocks? Okay, if you're still here, let me know. Put hashtag buy low. Okay, but hashtag buy low down in the description. That way I know you're still here, because this is probably one of the best parts right here. I'm gonna talk about how long how is the current virus affected the stock market in the past. I'm gonna talk about the length of time, so you can have a good gauge, because everything is about planning, is about, it's not just going out and doing what you want to do today or tomorrow. You've got to think, you've got to plan things out, because nothing happens overnight. Some things may take months, may even take years. So I'm gonna tell you how past epidemics have affected the stock market and how long it took to recover. So it's going to go all the way back from HIV/AIDS when that came out back in June '91. That one, after 6 months, it was still down 0.3%. After 12 months, it was still down minus 16%. Those were probably early times in the market. 1981, everything wasn't. You couldn't buy stuff on your phone, couldn't buy that on your iPad back then. You were sitting behind. You're calling your broker for the most part. I wasn't even buying back then. I was a little kid. You had the pneumonic plague in September 91 or 94. After 6 months, it was down 8.2%. After 12 months, it was up 26.3%. All right, SARS happened in April 2003. After 6 months, it was up 14.59%. After 12 months, it was up 20.76%. Avian flu, June 2006. The market was up 11.66%. After 12 months, it was up 18.36%. Dengue fever, September 2006. The market was up 6.36% after 6 months. After 12 months, 14.29%. Swine flu, April 2009. It was up 18.72% after 6 months. After 12 months, 35.96%. The cholera, November 2010. It was up 13.95% after 6 months, and then after 12 months, it was up 5.63%. MERS, May 2013. After 6 months, it was up 10.74%. After 12 months, it was up 17.96%. Ebola, March 2014. It was up 5.34% after 6 months. After 12 months, it was up 10.44%. Measles, December 2014. It was up 0.2% after 6 months. After 12 months, it was down minus 0.73%. I probably look at the whole timeline of what was really going on at that point, because there might have been other issues going on around that time frame. Zika, January 2016, the market was up 12.3% after 6 months, and after 12 months, it was up 17.5%. Measles, this is kind of recent, so they don't really have the 12-month outlook, since they haven't come up with an analyst for that, but because everything was going on right now, you're not going to get good numbers out of this one. But after 6 months for the measles, it was up 9.82%. Okay, after 6 months. But everything going on, I just pray, whoever's infected, they're doing better. They get the sickness goes away. I'm praying that a nation's going to come up with a cure for all this. I mean, yes, stocks are looking good right now to buy, but it's really hurting other people. Some of these other people, maybe might be one of your friends, might be one of your family members, it might be somebody they could be hurt. Hopefully they get better soon. But some people think it's it's not, it's comparing to the flu. Yes, it's similar to the flu, not as bad, but it seems to be very contagious. You know, it's really affecting affecting how people are, and it's affecting the stock market. You know, it's affecting businesses. Businesses are shutting down. You know, businesses. You know, you can't. Your flying restrictions. You're getting restricted from flying. I mean, we may get to the point where the president may just say, "Hey, there's gonna be a curfew." You know, if there's a curfew, that's really gonna destroy businesses for a long, long time. I mean, you're going to see some businesses shut down. The 2008 crash, you had some banks shut down. You had some banks that were merged. You had, little banks. I believe there's over 500, at least 500. I'm not sure. At least 500 little banks got sucked up under another bigger bank. Even bigger banks got sucked up under bigger banks. It's just how it goes. I honestly think you're going to see the airlines. That's probably going to happen to them. You're probably going to see the same thing with some of these cruise ships. They're definitely going to need a bailout, and they may even get shut down and get rolled up under another bigger company. That's probably how bad this could get. And if you have a job, I encourage you to keep saving, because these companies are going to have a hard time restructuring, trying to get back on track, and they may just turn around and give you that pink slip one day. Thanks for all you did, but I got to let you go. All right. So keep saving your money right now. Do the best you can. Don't put all your money into stocks. You got to build up your nest egg. You got to build up your savings account, your emergency fund. You've got to build it up, because it could get really bad. I mean, some things are doing well, but other things, it's going to a domino effect. Okay, everything's like a domino effect. It's going to affect a lot of things, really a lot of things. This is a little bit longer video today, but I really had a lot to get out. Really wanted to share my experience, some comments, some different things on my iPad, different things you need to know about, and just be aware of, because this is some serious stuff going on right now. I was about to say the other S, not the polite thing to say, but you really got to be careful of what's going on. Let me stop rambling. Another passive income video. Oh, and before I forget, if you don't have a stock platform to trade from, Webull is offering 2 free stocks right now. They're offering 2 free stocks. I encourage you to check them out. And I'm going to drop a link below. You get 2 free stocks. You get one for opening up the account. You get another one just for depositing money in the account. All right. If you haven't already liked this video, subscribe, click the bell for notification. I'll see you again next Friday with another passive income video. And this Sunday, I have another little special I already put together. So take care. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.